The Cowboys returning their offense and this running back to the field. And part of that group, someone they are very excited to see, this rookie from Alabama.
I could tell these fans to temper their excitement. It's just a preseason debut after all. But it'd fall on deaf ears, Kate. They've been clamoring to see this guy take the field in uniform for the first time. And that's just the excitement that comes from being a top 5 pick.
They start the drive with Hall. He's got room to roam here. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield and a back who can show off his wheels.
First down, and they go right back to him. And he maneuvers through the middle for a gain of 4.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. They get 6 and a first down as well.
That's what I call a healthy return on investment. You run the toss play, looking for positive yards, looking to move the sticks, and I'm looking for that to be called again.
Hall running between the tackles. And with a nice gain, he runs him down inside of field goal range. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on first down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3. On the counter, Hall. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that third down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
Going to the ground again on first. Room to the right. And he is into the end zone for a Dallas touchdown. The Cowboys take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. So that right there, exactly what you're looking for in the opening drive of a game.
And these opening drives are tone setters. You come out flat, maybe you go 3 and out. Sometimes there's a carryover effect, Kate, but here they were sharp, they were crisp, and they grabbed the early lead.
So make a check in that win column for the Rams. And they're off to a good start in the preseason, Brock. Seen a lot of players fighting together for the victory.
What's up, Ricky? Welcome to the league. And I truly believe that you're going to be a star. But in order to make it and last in this league, it's going to take hard work. And the grind don't stop, baby. Because right now, the cheetah grinding, baby.
It's week 2 of the NFL preseason, where depth charts and playbooks will be put to the test. It's the Cowboys and the Raiders. All that and more coming up next.
The Cowboys offense getting prepared to go to work here in the second week of the preseason. And the one to watch is going to be this man, their rookie running back.
And he had a few moments in that first preseason game that made you sit up and take notice. And that's what you're looking for when you're with a new organization. Start compiling some of those moments and let this coaching staff know that you're a guy to be trusted.
On the ground, it's the rookie from Alabama. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. They'll toss it out right here to Hall. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Here's Prescott. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 47. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. He'll get 4 yards on the carry there, and we will get to the end of the first quarter of play. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up. Straight ahead is Hall. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Hall again. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough.
Touchdown, Cowboys! A great effort there. 34 yards. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from evening this one up. A pretty well-executed run. They were telling us yesterday, Charles, they were hoping to get everybody in sync, the line, the backs, and everybody looked in sync on that play.
They were in sync, and the field tilted. And that's where we get the term running downhill, because when you've got that kind
Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Hall again on second down. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
73 yards for him on the ground so far tonight, as he has been terrific in this first half. On the counter, it's Hall. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's second down.
It may be only a gain of 3 yards, but that back, he deserves a lot more credit on the play. That could have easily been stopped at the line, but his vision and his determination found some space to turn it into that modest gain.
From the 46, here's second down and 7. They'll try to throw now. Prescott. A short one there, taken in by Ferguson. So the completion good for just 3. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. Good coverage there. Getting a hand on it was Nate Hobbs. The Cowboys offense and their running back getting set to go once more. And he's been a tough man to stop in this first half. He's putting up some big numbers already, and we have yet to reach halftime. They'll run with Hall. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great play there. Ready for the regular season with his second touchdown of the game. And the Cowboys will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Well, that second half, Charles, a little bit different from the first. Not only did we have the lead change after intermission, but they were able to pitch the shutout in the second half and get an impressive victory.
And what's the old expression? That's
The third and final week of the preseason is here. A fourth exhibition game is a thing of the past. It's the Chargers and the Cowboys. All that and more coming up next on EA Sports.
The Cowboys back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. First carry of the game for the rookie out of Alabama. And he's swallowed up in the middle. No gain on the run. Stopped by Deion Henley. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Here's Hall once more. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. He picks up 15 on the play. And it'll be first down, Dallas.
Yeah, you want to get above 5 yards to carry? Well, put together runs like that. And I'll tell you what else a run like that does, Kate. That sets up the play action, right? When you really just gouge and gash a defense like that, the next time you run that action, they're going to be thinking running the ball to go right over their head.
It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
This dude was just not going to be stopped. Not by the first defender. Heck, not even by the second one who was able to bring him down. No, it took a few shots before this crew could finally get this beast down.
Launches, and he's got it. Touchdown! The Cowboys take a 6-0 lead right away. So a picture-perfect way to begin this ball game, Brock. Their opening drive ends in 6.
Yeah, no question about it. That's how you do it. You work all week to script out the opening drive, and it's huge when it pays off like that.
The Cowboys and their running back about to get back to work. And so far, they've executed exactly how they drew it up, Brock. Early lead, no points allowed, and a chance now to seize control of the game on their second possession.
And, Kate, generally, offenses love to script their first 10 to 15 plays. Well, this entire game script is playing out just the way they want to.
This one caught by C.D. Lamb. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
You know what I like about a second and short run play, Kate? Yeah, I like getting a first down, but you know what I like even more? That's going to set up a play-action pass in a similar down and distance, and that defense is going to have to key on the run.
He puts some power on a deep one left. Brought in inside the 20. And he's all the way home. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys get 6 more on their early advantage. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
The home teams and this running back headed back out for a new series. They have played lights out on offense, scored their first 2 times out, Brock. A chance to go 3 for 3 and grow that lead here. They'll start this one out with Hall. And this is a nice gain that stopped at the 47. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3. They go right back to Hall. And he's officially in enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. It's a 4-yard gain, and that's going to get him across the marker and earn the first. Shotgun snap, a give to Hall. And he reaches midfield and starts driving into Chargers territory. They'll pause now for an injured player. Regular season just 1 week away. You don't want to see anybody get hurt here. Hopefully something minor as the medical team works on it. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Hall takes it straight ahead. And he's tackled for a short gain. They pick up 1 on the run. Need more, though. That takes them to 3rd and 5.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
That's caught for the first. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on a defense.
To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Hall. And he works his way for a gain of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
They give on 2nd to Hall. And they'll stop him after a short pickup to the 24. Give him 2 on the run. That's going to set him up with 3rd and 4.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's good for a Cowboys first down. We're to the 2-minute warning from AT&T. The Cowboys driving. All right, all set up now. 1st and 10. The Cowboys signaling for their first time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. They'll come up 1st and 10. First down, here's Dak. The throw is caught. And it looks like he went out of bounds right at that 7-yard line.
I know I could sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
Tried to connect, but it winds up incomplete. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. So it's going to be 3rd and short coming up. Dak throwing again. Complete beyond the marker. And this one stopped at the 3-yard line. 4 yards on the play, and that picks up a 1st and goal. Hall crosses the goal line for the Dallas touchdown. The Cowboys boat racing them to the halftime locker room. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with 1 end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get 1, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are...
This offense running out for a new series, led by their running back. And that front is really going to need to buckle down and provide some more opposition because he's gotten off to an excellent start here. Looks like they'll play it safe with a run to the outside. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. It's a gain of 12 there. And it'll be first down, Dallas. So we've hit the end of 2. The Cowboys fighting to the halftime lead here in Dallas. Now we'll head over to Orlando, Florida. Not everyone. This offense headed out as we get a look at their running back. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this 3rd quarter. They start the half with a give to Hall. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Hall gets it again on 2nd down. And he's brought down. They're spotting this one right at the 20. This one goes for 3 yards. And that's good for a Cowboys first down. Hall running between the tackles. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on first down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3. Dak now from the gun. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. Up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10. Here's a give to Hall. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces 3rd down.
You know, as a QB, I'm going to note that in the back of my head. That was a heck of a break. Knocks the ball away. DBs like that, they tend to, once they get one hand on the ball, have a pretty good beat on you and can get 2 hands on it the next time.
First time this game they've looked to him. So that brings up 4th and long.
You know, ball skills are not just a selling point for receivers entering the draft. Teams want defenders, especially in this day and age of the passing game, who can make plays.
They start the drive with Hall. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's a pickup of 7 yards, and it takes us to the end of our 3rd quarter. Well, the defense is really buckled down. That was a scoreless 3rd quarter for us. It's the Cowboys take the win here in Arlington. And this victory is going to give them a nice shot of confidence as they work through the next couple of weeks and prepare for things to count coming up in Week 1.
Freddie T, the running back position has changed, right? Everybody doesn't need to go top 10 like you did to become an impact player. Can this young dude be a star or an impact player early on in this season?
RC, I agree with you. It has changed, but just like anything else, it reminds me of the run game. You start out slow, then eventually you'll build up, then you can't deny it.
Fellas, it's not 1907. These people watch film. 32 teams kept passing on them. I don't believe in them.
1907? Brother.
That's when you were born.
That was kind of like back in your day. But to be truthful, though, the run game is different, right? The game has gotten more wide open, but when you look at the great teams in the league, they have running backs who can make plays, and this kid could be one of those. That's why he's the week 1 starter.
It's week 1 of the National Football League, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Cowboys and the Browns, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
On first down, here comes Hall. Broke through the tackle. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No third down required now.
And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
Now, don't think for a second they're going to slow down the tempo. Defense on their heels. And right now is the best chance to go push that envelope and get aggressive.
New set of downs for him from the 46. First down, and they go right back to him. Works his way to the 35. And he gets this one down to the 27. They'll get 18 yards there. And it'll be first down, Dallas.
That's pretty good right there now. You don't always expect a sizable gain when you run it on first down. You just want some yards to set up an easier second down play. But they will take that execution every time.
All set up now for 1st and 10. They'll go right side with Hall. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's good for a Cowboys first down.
A split second, all to get the defense from making a stand right there. It's amazing, man. This game of inches and split-second reactions. A nice bit of burst, surge forward for enough to go get that first by a couple before they could finally drag him down.
And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
And he'll push them down to the 6-yard line. A solid gain of 6 there. It's going to be 3rd and just a yard.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that...
And he's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Dallas! The Cowboys finish up an excellent opening series. C.D. Lamb with the touchdown. Well, you couldn't ask for a better start to a game than that. The offense taking it all the way down the field and finishing with 6.
These opening drives, Kate, are such tone setters. It is one...
Give to Hall on the draw. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. The former first-rounder Devin Bush making the play. All right, here we go. Second down. The toss right side to Hall. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. We're through one quarter of this opening weekend of football. Both teams neck and neck so far. We'll return to Huntington Bank Field after this. Second quarter all set to begin, and it'll be Cowboys football. They're looking at first down here. Coming right is Hall. Works the sideline inside the 35. There it is. Touchdown, Dallas! The Cowboys take a second quarter lead. Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those, and you appreciate guys that can get on base.
Running this with Hall. He gets it ahead, winds up with about 3. Tackle there from Dalvin Tomlinson. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. Here's Hall. Still finding room past the 45. Past the 35. 20, 15. Powering across for the touchdown. The Cowboys just need 2 snaps to steal the lead. Wow, great stuff there, Brock. He busted that one open, got downhill, and got in for 6. Huge run there.
Yeah, and this is how you break a game open. He found that lane, and he was gone. What a tremendous effort in the blocking scheme there to just spring him enough so he could take it to the house.
Throwing on first is Prescott. Able to hit Hall, complete. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. He picks up 28 on the play. And it'll be first down, Dallas. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Here's Prescott, 1st and 10. Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target. This one intended for the running back. And now they face 2nd down. Throwing again is Dak. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And that's good for a Cowboys 1st down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Another throw for Prescott. This one's caught. And he takes it into the end zone for a Dallas touchdown. The Cowboys grow their lead just before halftime. It is a word broadcasters hesitate to use for a lot of reasons, but 4 touchdowns in 4 drives, Brock. I think we can throw it out here. Perfection thus far.
Yeah, this game will humble you at this level. I mean, this is the best of the best playing it, and you don't normally see this kind of execution and this kind of efficiency, so I understand that word perfection.
They run. Here's Hall. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. That was Denzel Ward who brought that play to an end. 1st down play nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5. Here's Hall once more. Blast through midfield. And he works this down to the 41. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And it'll be 1st down, Dallas.
Even with everything he racked up on that run, you could argue he deserved maybe a little bit more. That call was the perfect one to break for big yards. The only thing that saved the defense from a score was getting that contact to slow him down and eventually, finally, stop him.
Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a 1st down.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, right? They love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger, but that back remains hungry.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. It's a gain of 12 there. And that's good for a Cowboys 1st down.
Kate, don't think for a second this is time you step off the gas. You can feel this defense, right? They're on their heels. And now's the best chance to go push the envelope and get aggressive.
1st down, Hall gets it again. Is in, touchdown Dallas. The Cowboys push their lead further to start the half. Well, Brock, you know this better than most. In baseball, it's 3 strikes and you're out. I know you experienced that a lot, but on the gridiron, you're feeling pretty happy, right? If you can strike the end zone 3 times in one game.
Yeah, I'd rather go hockey and soccer. That's just the positive guy in me. They call that a hat trick.
They'll start this one out with Hall. And this one doesn't go far. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8. They go right back to Hall. He's out in the clear. Inside the 45. And they'll mark him down there after the dive. We've reached the end of 3 in our Week 1 opener. It's Cowboys football, and they should be able to coast through the 4th with that kind of lead. My Might be trying to power this across, Brock. They've got 3 tight ends out there. It's 1st and goal. Hall's going to try to smash his way in. Reaches the end zone. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys keep adding to that 4th quarter lead. Well, we all knew what was coming when they got into that goal line formation, didn't we, Brock? And they just pound the rock in for an old-school touchdown.
I just sometimes love that stuff. Nothing fancy, nothing cute. Here's our formation. You know we're running right at you, and we challenge you to stop us, and you can't.
Here's Hall on the give. And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9. Hall takes it straight ahead. Runs inside the 35. And he's all the way down to the 32-yard line. They gain 14 on the play. And it'll be 1st down, Dallas. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. It's Hall on the carry. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. It was the rookie from Ohio State there to bring him down. Offense to the line for 2nd down. This is Hall. On the move into the red zone. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
Hey, look, Kate, you can't just ask one tackler to go mano-a-mano and stop this guy. You got to have the cavalry coming. One guy makes a hit, the others are there to clean up and pile on, because one-on-one, he's going to run right through you.
All right, one more snap before the 2-minute warning. Oh, they're going to run the option to the short side. And give him 6 on the run as that play takes us to the 2-minute warning. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Shotgun snap, a give to Hall. Dives for the end zone, and he makes it. Touchdown! The Cowboys put up even more points in a win. And yet again, he's made a trip to the end zone, his 5th on the ground. And now just one more return visit away from tying that NFL single-game record. So the Cowboys come in and take this one on the road. And they're one of the fortunate teams to begin the season with a 1-0 record. So far, so good to begin this new campaign.